Good afternoon. This is Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncover No More. This is part 2, where I'm reading verses 7, 8, and 9 of Sonnets from the Portuguese by Elizabeth Barrett-Browning. I actually inaccurately said in part 1 that I was not going to read these verses. Yes, I am reading those verses. It is verse 10 that I'm going to copy in full in my book about this particular book, The Collected Poems of Elizabeth Barrett-Browning. I'll probably have to get more than one. And some of my poetry is also intertwined within it. Today is a special day for me. Today, on the political side, a lot of my dreams are coming true, but that's not actually the full truth. It's a long-suffering truth, because I knew enough metaphysically as a sorceress during the 2016 election not to vote for anyone. I just knew it was a mess. I watched Bernie Sanders get shut out twice. He would have been a very good president. Fast forward, and there's been times like, I can't remember his name, and he's a Republican, and he was shut out. But when it comes to the heart of true America, what I'm telling you is there is one man who refused to sign the Constitution, George Mason. His heart in refusing to sign the Constitution, it is Bernie Sanders, hands down, with the past couple of, with the elections after Barack Obama. We had a great awakening, and we had a great and horrific death in America during the presidency of Barack Obama. Joe Biden is faithful to the call upon those like George Mason during the times of the Constitution, and he elected a highly qualified person named Kamala Harris to the vice presidency. And people can put all kinds of spins on the past few presidencies, and you can go fuck yourself. Because that's all you're doing anyway. You're so selfish, I don't have any words for it, with all of your political ins and outs. This is all very, very simple. So, here it is. My kind of dream come true, which is that Donald Trump is arrested now on 37 counts of document hoarding. Basically, I'm simplifying it because he should be in jail anyway. He shouldn't have been able to run for president. What is the matter with this country is a rhetorical question, because I'm a sorceress and I've seen it for years. And the irony for me is I was in a cultish situation. Getting out of it was taught to only do what our church, my husband, was doing. So I was voting straight Republican until I broke free, and it took stages of painful incision, actually, of my soul to do what I did. And I'm glad it's over, and I'm glad that we're on the other side of all of those decisions, and that we can walk off of it, a great exodus, as it were, into a paradise that has to be restated, and we cannot let up on the truth. So we have a lot of work to do. And that's why I believe in doing what I'm doing, which is poetry and artwork and oracle work and everything. Yes, I have political sides, but that's become very, very simple as well. In the course of this month or maybe last month, because May is always a busy month for me metaphysically, and I gave my blog, UncoveringNoMore.blog, to the King of Kings, and it's quite apparent that that's what's happened. So thank you, sir, for taking that burden. It's a little bit larger for me as Tara, the Archangel, but I'll keep this in human terms, the burden off of my shoulders. So I'm reading verses 7, 8, and 9 of Sonnets from the Portuguese by Elizabeth Barrett-Browning on the day, and it's his birthday, Donald Trump's birthday, on the day that he faces more justice. I do hope it sticks this time. He is no man. He's a monster. He should have walked off, given up, conceded. He's a monster. The face of all the world is changed, I think, since first I heard the footsteps of thy soul move still, oh still, beside me, as they stole betwixt me and the dreadful outer brink of obvious death, where I, who thought to sink, was caught up into love and taught the whole of life in a new rhythm. The cup of dole God gave for baptism, I am fain to drink, and praise its sweetness, sweet with thee anear. The names of country, heaven are changed away, for where thou art or shalt be, there or here, and this lute and song, loved yesterday, in parentheses, the singing angels know, are only dear because thy name moves right in what they say. Verse 8, what can I give thee back, O liberal and princely giver, who hast brought the gold and purple of thine heart, unstained, untold, and laid them on the outside of the wall, for such as I to take or leave withal? There will be no leaving. In unexpected largesse am I cold, ungrateful, that for these most manifold high gifts I render nothing back at all? Not so, not cold, but very poor instead. Ask God who knows, for frequent tears have run the colors from my life, and left so dead and pale a stuff, it were not fitly done to give the same as pillow to thy head. Go farther, let it serve to trample on. And verse 9, can it be right to give what I can give? To let thee sit beneath the fall of tears, as salt as mine, and hear the sighing years, re-sighing on my lips, renunciative. Through those infrequent smiles which fall to live, for all thy adjurations, O my fears, that this can scarce be right, We are not peers, so to be lovers, and I own and grave that gifts of such gifts as mine are must be counted with the ungenerous. Out, alas! I will not soil thy purple with my dust, nor breathe my poison on thy Venice glass, nor give thee any love which were unjust. Beloved, I only love thee, let it pass. I think I will go ahead and read verse 10. This is such a deeply beautiful section for a day such as today. Perhaps I will see the day when it is the United States of America. Perhaps. Yet love, mere love, is beautiful indeed, and worthy of acceptation. Fire is bright. Let temple burn, or flax. An equal light leaps in the flame from cedar plank or weed. And love is fire. And when I say at need, I love thee, mark, I love thee in thy sight, I stand transfigured, glorified aright, with conscience of the new rays that proceed out of my face toward thine. There's nothing low in love, when love the lowest, meanest creatures who love God. God accepts while loving so, and what I feel across the inferior features of what I am doth flash itself and show how that great work of love enhances natures. This is Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncovered Knowledge.